Hey guys, welcome to a brand new series. This is F1 2010 with Formula 1 season starting this weekend. I've got some good old nostalgia. Seen this on the Steam store for 164 or whatever it was for this weekend. I thought, why not? What a game this is. The best F1 game. What an F1 game should be with the career mode and what have you. I've had a fiddle around with the settings and this is the quietest I can actually get the game volume. I might actually just turn off the music. Even though I do love the music on this game, but yeah, we will turn it off for now. Just so you can hear us, I'm Joe, if you're new around here, and I will be covering F1 2016 on the channel, if this goes well. You might not even get to see this video, this is purely just a trial to see if it'll record well. I've got my PS4 controller hooked up with my PC here, and yeah, let's start a new career, and yeah, this is going to be good. Oh, I remember this.
Welcome to Formula One. You must be looking forward to getting your first season underway. Could you please give us a few details for those watching at home? Could you please confirm your full name?
As I said before, my name is Joe, and that's the name I'm going to be using on this game. And my surname is that. Not that you need to know that.
And what do you prefer to be called?
This is what I particularly like. You can have your nickname in the game and they'll shout out your name.
Being new to the majority of those watching, would you mind telling us where you're from?
I'm from the United Kingdom.
Thanks. So what kind of challenge are you looking for from the sport?
Well, I like to think of myself as a pretty decent driver, so I want to test myself against the very, very best.
And how many seasons are you expecting to commit yourself to?
Well, we're going to do the least amount of seasons. We can do up to 7, but, you know, since F1 2016 is just around the corner, hopefully, 3-4 months, we'll only do 3 seasons.
Okay, one last question. As there's been so much speculation, can you please confirm which team you'll be driving for next season?
Force India, I think, because, you know, they're pretty good team. I mean, we could go Williams, but I'd be taking over Hulkenberg's seat. BMW Sauber, done that before. I've never actually been Force India in the first season because I always go for 5 or 7 seasons on this. So here we go, Force India Mercedes.
Thanks for your time. We look forward to seeing you on the grid in Bahrain.
And this is where I wish we had the music, but never mind. This is going to be it. Because we used to have the dun 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 dun, dee dee, and it was pretty good, pretty good. It brought back memories when I first loaded up this game. And there we go, this is the paddock. It's looking a little worse for wear now. A 6-year-old game. It's to be expected, really. Right now, let's get my controller quickly set up here. So, I think it's that one. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got this. My on-screen display. Yeah, I'll have all of those. Thank you. Audio, we'll keep it like that. Graphics. Now then, I haven't really looked at this. Driver's high. Ultra, why not? Yeah, it seems fine to me. Yeah, looks pretty good. Right. Yes. There we go. And we'll quit off that. And we didn't get the quick speech from Gabrielle, our agent, but never mind. We're going to go for a bit of an interesting approach. We're going to use the helmets of the current Grand Prix, so it's going to be Bahrain for the first one in 2010. That's how it was. These are the drivers if you want to look. Button was the world champion that year. Vettel, Barrichello, Webber, Hamilton, Rosberg, Trulli, Alonso, Robert Kubica, his final season in Formula 1. But, you know, long list of names there. There's Michael Schumacher, one of my favourite drivers, if not my favourite driver of all time. There's Nico Hulkenberg. Bruno Senna, Ayrton Senna's nephew, was in this one. But here we go. We're going to just do a long race weekend. Hold on, I need to... Right, we need traction control on full. That on corners only, that on automatic. That's fine, that's fine. Yep, that seems good to me. Right, let's get into it. We'll quickly do like one practice lap, and then what I'll do is do a cut, and then what I was thinking is do my best lap in quali. So that would probably mean recording the whole of it, but you know, we'll see what happens. Hopefully this won't be too loud for you, the engines, because the engines were pretty loud back in 2010 with the old V8. But yeah, we'll go race 1 in Bahrain. It's definitely a lot more interesting with music, but you know, it's a bit too loud for my liking on this computer.
Hi, I'm Rob, your race engineer. I'll be your point of contact whenever you're in the garage or out on track. Let me show you around. Over here you'll find information about the race weekend. You can also skip to future events. It's good to make the most of your practice session to get accustomed to the track and complete some R&D objectives for the team. Looking at the car monitor provides you with an overview of information relating to the race weekend. Feel free to check it out later when you're ready to go out on the track, or if you want to retire to the paddock, just give me a shout.
Good to know Rob now. He's meant to be Rob Smedley, who was Felipe Massa's old engineer.
The car setup screen lets you tune the car's settings. Alternatively, you can come and see me, and I'll set up the car based on your requirements.
We are back. We qualified in 12th place now. I could have got more out of the car if I really wanted to, but I think to be realistic in this series, to be 5/10 ahead of Sutil in the first race is pretty good. And yeah, I basically decided just to sit out the rest of the session. Michael Schumacher out in Q2, which is quite realistic for that season. He did go out quite a few times. Mark Webber and Seb Vettel looking very quick at the moment, but let's get into the race then. So not a bad return for me on the game. I don't want to start on the primes though. More want to start on options. We'll start there on those ones. Setup I'm going for 9.8 on the wings, medium balance 11.11, 9.9, 11 and 1. Gearbox the same, engine the same, alignment haven't even touched, so we'll just keep it like that. And yeah, what's the objective for today? I haven't really looked. Session objective, finished 8th or above, so quite high expectations from the Force India team, so we'll have to adhere to that. Outqualified Adrian Sutil once so far, but yeah, we'll go 20% race, 100% live. Let's get into things. Hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. One little thing, before there was a major cut in the video from Sakia, from the part where I was entering Sakia, but anyway, I'm going to concentrate on this, and then once we're into the race I'll explain that. So here we are. I think Vettel was on pole, we're in 12th, Sutil in 15th.
Don't expect to finish at the top of the order, just try to pick up a few places and get a feel for how the car drives. Good luck, and more importantly, have fun out there.
Here we go, lights out and away we go, here in Bahrain. Decent start for us. Petrov trying to get a look around the outside of us here. Oh, and he's lost his front wing already. That wasn't our fault really. But somebody trying to get down our inside. And here we are, good start into the first corner, and we've retained our place. 12th. Engine looking a little bit hot here, so we're going to have to brake nice and easily into this corner. Schumacher on our inside there. We don't want to go too aggressive. I want to keep this as clean as possible. We'll have to back out of that one because we're going to understeer into the back of them now. They're very, very slow around this corner. Got to be very careful.
Come on, you've got this guy. Pass him.
And here we go. I hate that section of the Bahrain. Don't know why they ever put it in. The best Bahrain layout is the current one, which is the original one. There we go, just a little bit wide into that corner. I don't even know what our pit strategy is in this Grand Prix. I've been very blasé about it, to be honest with you. Now, this series is probably going to be a bit of a, you know, infrequent one. You know, maybe once a week, because I feel like a lot of effort is gonna have to go into these videos. You know, with it being Formula 1. You know, and I need topics to talk about during the races. The first one is obviously that cut. It was just too loud with the engine, so you couldn't really hear us, and I didn't want the quality of the video to put people off. So I've switched to the voice recorder now rather than the in-capture recording facility for me voice, but you know, it doesn't make too much difference, just means a little bit more editing work for me. But yeah, I was watching Formula 1 qualifying today, because as of recording this is Saturday night of the Australian Grand Prix 2016, and it was a bit of a mess. So I only watched the highlights on Channel 4, but you know, it was a complete and utter mess. The fact that cars are sitting out the final 5 minutes of Q3 is ridiculous. Pole was already decided by that point, and people were getting weighed in, and it was a complete mess. And I don't really know why they changed the qualifying system from what they had. Yeah, if they can come up with something better, then you know, go for it. But I think this system of qualifying was flawed before it even started, which was, you know, unfortunate. I mean, it's a good idea in principle, but with the nature of Formula 1 and how close it's not, well, how big a gap there is between teams, means that it can't work. If everybody was equal, it would work perfectly. If everybody had equal cars, but unfortunately that's not the nature of Formula 1, and it would be boring if it was. Yeah, that's about it. Lewis Hamilton on pole for tomorrow, Rosberg in second. I was very impressed with Toro Rosso's, Verstappen in fifth, and I think Sainz in seventh, Felipe Massa sixth, Bottas 11th, so good start for Felipe. I'm a big fan of Felipe Massa's, so it's good to see him doing well. Nico Hülkenberg, who's probably my second favourite driver, behind Hamilton, is in 10th place, which is okay, but he's got out qualified by Sergio Perez, which, you know, is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. I think over the season, Hülkenberg, if he performs 100%, will beat Sergio Perez, but you know, we'll see. The Haas team looked pretty good. They did qualify 19th and 20th, I think it was, but you know, they had a lot more pace than what was on show. I think Esteban Gutierrez went within 1.2 seconds of the fastest time on his non-official lap, so that was pretty good. Hopefully they do well this year. Right, let's try and overtake Kubica here. That was rather dirty, so we'll let him back through. Renault back, Julian Palmer out qualifying Kevin Magnussen, so interesting to see that. Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be an okay season. I think Hamilton will win it ultimately. It's not just because I'm a fan of Hamilton, it's because, you know, I don't think Rosberg is good enough to compete with him. I think Hamilton on his day, if he tries 100%, will beat Rosberg every time. I honestly do believe that. You know, some of the Grand Prix Rosberg won last year, Monaco is the one I'm thinking of in my head right now, was thrown away by Hamilton's engineers bringing him in for a pit stop. So, you know, whether Rosberg would have beat him if Hamilton didn't have that error, then you know, it's open to debate. We'll overtake Robert there. And we need to get down to 16 mile an hour. So we've got it on now.
Brake for the pit box.
Apparently we're getting warnings for illegal blockings, but here we go in for the pit stop. And
go now.
yes, we haven't suffered the glitch where it makes you wait forever for your pit stop. There we go. Achievement gotten for that. Oh yeah, we need to turn the limiter off. Now here we go. I don't want that to be circle from now on. I think I might move that to L1. And also move pit request to R1. Now Kibita's right behind us, so is Schumacher. Kobayashi's there as well. And I think Adrian Suthill is in there as well as them. There's Jensen Button just ahead, the world champion on this game. So a good start, 4 laps in. It's a pretty boring one, the Bahrain of 2010, because the long laps and there's not many overtaking places on the lap. So hopefully you guys are enjoying though, listening to my insight into F1 2016. I'd love to have discussions with you guys about Formula 1, because I am a huge fan of the sport. What do you think of Channel 4's new F1 team? Steve Jones presenting it. He had a bit of a shaky start today, I would say. A bit wooden in parts. He just seemed a little bit nervous. I don't think he was quite firing on all cylinders. But Coulthard and Mark Webber were making a good team, on analysing the game. Ben Edwards and Dave Coulthard are my preferred commentary team over Dave Croft and Martin Brundle, by far. And Murray Walker's going to be doing some work for them. Eddie Jordan, I think, is going to be on the live races, so it's pretty much going to be BBC's team for the live races. We have Lee McKenzie, doing an interview. She had a very interesting interview with Fernando Alonso, which was great to watch. And he seems to have given up on the hope of a third world title now, which is quite sad for a driver of his quality. I do believe he's probably the best driver in the sport still. Him and Hamilton. Maybe Vettel. I don't like admitting that, really, but I think Vettel's a good driver. But, he needs the car to go his way. I don't think Alonso necessarily does. Granted, with McLaren Honda, he finished 17th in the championship last year, or something silly like that. But that car was atrocious.
Well, should be due a tyre change within a couple of laps.
I think we really seen the ability of Fernando Alonso in 2012, where he pretty much should have won the championship. And Felipe Massa finished in 12th that year, so Massa isn't a terrible driver. A lot of people think he is, but he came within 1 point of winning the World Championship in 2008, so I don't buy that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Who's the best driver in the sport at the moment? And I won't accept Max Verstappen. I think he's got a long way to go before he's considered one of the best. Certainly got promise though. What do you guys think about Formula 1 games? I think they've gone severely downhill from this game. I think if you had F1 2015's presentation, car handling, AI, and this game's career mode and immersion more together, you'd have the perfect F1 game. But I think this game just grabbed me. It still is pretty immersive. You've got a decent engineer who actually gives you some okay info. I love the media and the agent on this game. These two are fighting it out. Petrov and Button. He's just gone a little bit wide there, so it's unfortunate. We're just in front of Kubica here. But yeah, hopefully F1 2016, Codemasters are hopefully going to listen to the fans. They sent out a survey, about 60 questions long or something, about what you want to see in an F1 game, and I pretty much ticked all the boxes that said 2010, because I love this game, and I did so many seasons on it, on my PS3. This is me first on PC, and yeah, I still seem to have decent driving talent on this game. I'm not pushing 100% because I know if I did, it would become boring. So I don't want that to happen. I do want a bit of racing action. So I am not pushing at me max. But certain tracks I'll have to, you know, to compete, like Spain, I'm rubbish at. But Canada is one of my best tracks, and I know I'll probably get pole on that one, which is quite insane. But there's a couple of tracks where the AI go incredibly slow around some corners, like this one, where they go weird around the corner in the twisty turny section of the track. But, you know, never mind. What was I going to say? I might add some mods into this. I'm not entirely sure how you do that, but I might do. You know, like maybe add in the drivers from 2016 if people are still modding this game. Get some better graphics, better AI, better, you know, TV presentation style. You know, interface, which would be really, really cool actually. But let us know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see the full races, or do you want to see edited races? Obviously, with a post-con. See, that would take a lot of effort for me, but you know, I'm probably prepared to do it if this series isn't going to be as frequent as the other ones. I also do Minecraft Football Manager. I do a bit of maths as well on this video, so if you do OCR FSMQ pardon, at school, you know, check out my videos if you want. But yeah, we're pretty much stuck behind Button here. I can't really get close enough to overtake him.
Let this guy hold us up much longer. Pass him.
You know, we're getting a motivational speech by Rob there. Here we go. Wouldn't it be funny if that cut I was mentioning before doesn't even happen? Because I haven't done it yet, so I might actually forget. Which would be pretty funny, actually. We've got 3 laps to go after this, so we might go on a bit of a charge. Try and get as high as we can. I'm going to push as hard as I can the next 3 laps. See how high we can get.
Buttons next. Line him up for a pass.
But don't criticise me driving style too much, you know. I play these games for fun. I'm not a professional. Don't claim to be. You know, the F1 community's got a little bit awry. I used to be, you know, an avid watcher. People like Harrison 101, Alex the Afro. I think he's still good, but you know, people like Arava. You know, he makes good content, but you know, I think possibly, sorry about that, possibly just a bit trying to be funny a little bit too much, which you know, I don't mind, but you know, gets a little bit annoying. But you know, no disrespect to him whatsoever. He's done a phenomenal job in the F1 community. I love Tiamat Marduk as well. Who's the biggest one in the F1 community, I believe. He's got nearly 120,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So that was a decent move on Button. Apparently that's a corner cut. I did go a little bit wide, but I don't think it affected my position with Button. So we've got 3 laps to go. We'll try and catch Petrov for 6th place, which would be a good debut. Try and get some podiums to get the press conferences later on in the season. I know I did a bit of a
optimal temperature zone. Your car should be at peak performance.
I did a bit of a streak on PS3 last time I played this. I won like 12 Grand Prix in a row. So I was in the McLaren, so you know, that's understandable. Button's going to try his best to get past us. He's hopefully not going to succeed. He's gone a little bit wide there, but bit too far back. 2010 was a little bit boring in terms of overtakes. The season, I haven't actually talked about that. I will finish off the episode, but there you go, there's Button going past us,
we've
so
lost the position. Keep on his tail,
try and
to take it
undercut him.
back.
But it was very... Oh, Button's pitting. It was a very exciting season in terms of the championship. There was 5 contenders for most of the season. There was Button, Hamilton, Webber, Vettel and Alonso. And it went down to the final race and there was still 4 people in with a chance of winning it. And, you know, it was the underdog at the end of the day. Sebastian Vettel, who actually won it. So, you know, and could be said if he didn't win that world title, maybe he wouldn't have went on to dominate the next 3 years the way he did. 2011, 2012 and 2013. But, you know, it's all lips and buts now. Alonso should have won that season. Hamilton could have won that season. And Webber threw it away in Korea. He sort of binned it on one of the laps. And, yeah, lost him the championship really, which was unfortunate for him. So should have won it in 2010, Mark Webber, and I'd have been happy for him if he'd won. Definitely would have. Lewis Hamilton, I was thinking the other day if he'd won this one, he'd won his first season where he lost it by a point. And he won in 2012 where he lost 75 points from winning position. Hamilton could be a 6-time world champion at the moment and one off Michael Schumacher. And this season, with him possibly winning it, could have equalled it. I think that's absolutely crazy, and the fact Hamilton can theoretically still match Michael Schumacher is quite scary. You know, I think if Mercedes continue the dominance, Hamilton will easily match it. I think Hamilton gets a little bit, I wouldn't say worse a driver, he just makes more mistakes when the pressure's really high. You know, like you've seen at the start of 2014, you know, Rosberg put him under pressure and Hamilton was making mistakes, and then Hamilton came back and won it in the end. But Rosberg kind of threw it away that season, I'd say. Should have won it, really, but never mind for Rosberg fans. Yeah, we're on to the last lap now. And this has been a fairly long video, so we'll see how long this takes to upload. I've fixed my connection problems, I think, touch wood. For you guys that are interested, or been watching my channel for a while, you'll know I had to revert to my laptop for a little bit to record Minecraft, and hopefully now I'll be able to do it all on this PC. So yeah, 7th place on the debut. I don't think that's too bad. We only expected 8th, but we were stuck behind Button for a large proportion of the lap. I don't know how, but Trulli is an 8th for the Lotus team, and Lotus never actually scored a point in their 3 seasons, 3, 4, 5 seasons in Formula 1. Pretty sure they were in 2014 season. Might be wrong on that. Fernando Alonso wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, which mirrors what happened in 2010. Massa finished 2nd, so it'll be interesting to see if that happens. But it was a wonderful start for Fernando and Ferrari. But here we go, Joe Hannard comes round the final corner and he's going to finish in 7th place. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We will continue until the little press interview, if we get one. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the race. We'll go through the results now. So Fernando Alonso completed that victory, 3.2 seconds ahead of Mark Webber for the Red Bull. Sebastian Vettel completing the podium there, 9 seconds back. Hamilton, Massa, Petrov, me, Jarno Trulli, Robert Kubica and Michael Schumacher making up the top 10. Now, no DNFs But Button finishing outside the points, Barrichello, Rosberg, Hulkenberg, all outside the points, and our teammate, most importantly, Adrian Sutil, was out of the points. So let's have a look at the championship. It'll be exactly the same as the race result. Constructors, Ferrari started well, so have Red Bull, 35 and 33 respectively. McLaren, 12 points, will be looking to improve, and Renault there as well. And there's us in 5th, Force India. So let's go to hopefully our press conference. So there we go, finished 10th, our qualifying objective. We failed. I didn't actually know we had that, otherwise I would have went for it. But we finished with race objective, which I think we did fairly effectively, which was good. And we're now level 2, 3. Excellent. And here's David Croft. Hey Joe, interview.
What are your hopes and aspirations for the current season? And do you have any personal objectives that you want to achieve? Now, the team have been really bullish about getting a points finish this weekend, so you must all be over the moon with the result.
And there we go, that is that. So that is the first episode, guys. Please leave a like down below if you've enjoyed this. I really hope you have. Leave your comments down below. You know, talk about Formula 1. Tell us what you want for these episodes. They'll be coming out fairly infrequently, I would say, but hopefully I'll get another one out for you next week. So, yeah, leave a like. It'll really help the channel and mean a lot to me. Subscribe if you want more F1, or, you know, if you're just like me. But yeah, I shall see you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.